Hey everybody, welcome to this week's training call. I am happy to be here. I hope you're having a wonderful week. And we're going to jump right into it this week. We're in the middle of talking about the fundamentals of the sales process. So last session, I discussed the process of attraction, right? Lead gen, marketing, bringing clients into your funnel. And this week, I want to talk about qualifying. So let's hop into it and we will talk about the qualifying process. And remember, a process is a uniform series of actions designed to produce a specific outcome. If you're not creating processes in your business, one, it's not duplicatable, and you're going to be getting different outcomes. So we want to process as much of our business as we can and create processes around everything that we can. So we want to implement a systematic approach to every area of your sales cycle. And if you can do this, I promise you, your results are going to be much greater than if you're winging it all the time, like most salespeople do. If you want to grow an organization, you certainly want to have these processes in place. So we're going to be talking about attraction, qualifying, converting, and keeping. And then we certainly want to repeat. This works with merchants you're trying to close, it works with partners, it works with any area of your life. It's a very simple process. So what do successful ISOs and agents do? Well, one, they know what their avatar looks like. They know what their perfect customer looks like that they want to do business with, and they have a rigorous qualification process to make sure they're weeding out the people that aren't ready to buy and the people that are not a good fit for them. And I can tell you early on in my career, it was, I'll take anybody, right? Anybody that wants to give me business or potential client, I'll spend 6 hours researching a solution for you and then end up not even getting the merchant processing or the deal. And I wasted a lot of time that way. So it's hard to do, but I promise you, if you're rigorous and you know who you serve and you know who you serve best, and you've got your bundle, your product suite, and your services and programs built around those avatars, those clients, you will do much better. And you can let the ones go that either aren't ready to buy, are tire kicking, or are not a good fit for what you're trying to offer them. So there's a really big distinction between the getting ready to buy phase, when somebody's getting ready to buy, and when somebody is ready to buy, right? So they're getting ready, they're researching, they're educating, they're comparing, or they're in a phase where, hey, I'm ready to make a purchase, right? I know something needs to happen. I'm experiencing some pain in my business. I need to make my business run more effectively or easier or save some time, whatever that benefit is that they're going to get, and they're ready to pull the trigger and they're ready to make a commitment. Big difference between a prospect sitting in that place and one that's just getting ready to buy. So you need to really distinguish that and find out, where are they in this process when you're dealing with them. So there's different types of ways you can grade prospects. This is the easy way that I would use, is they're ready to buy, right? We found a merchant, we found a potential client that is ready to go. They're ready to pull the trigger. I would call them a hot prospect. There's people that are going to be buying soon. Maybe they have a window of time. Maybe they need to get sign off from somebody else. Maybe there's other external factors that are holding off the purchasing decision. Those are warm. And then there's people that are future buy. These are the ones that aren't ready. They're just collecting data. They're just kind of kicking the tires, not sure what they want to do. I would call them a cool potential client. So you have these clients falling in these buckets. You should have a clearly defined strategy on how you handle each one of these prospects, right? So there's a strategy around my hot, ready to buy buyers. There's a strategy around soon to buy and a strategy around future buy. And that strategy could be automated marketing, sequences, touch points, direct mail, phone calls, interactions, whatever that works best for you. But you need to know, when you categorize these people, they fall into that bucket of how you're going to follow up and how you're going to nurture that potential client hopefully down the road into a situation where you move them from a future buyer over to a ready to buy. Remember, fish eat when they're hungry, not when you drop the line. So people really only are ready to buy when they're facing enough pain to motivate them to take action, right? So it's pain, it's ease of use, pricing, it might be a different strategy, it might be a painful manual process that you can automate. It could be a lot of different things. Chargebacks because they're not handling transactions properly or don't have EMV or their systems are going down, whatever that is, but they eat when they're hungry. When they are experiencing that pain is the best time for you to strike. They're ready to buy and you can close that deal. So when I talk about qualifying, it's really critical that in my mind that you qualify everyone that you do business with. So it's not just prospects, but it could be vendors, it could be potential salespeople, it could be anyone that you are dealing business with, because you've got a finite amount of time. And what we want to do is spend that time with the most productive individual client or potential client that's going to yield the most benefit to you, and also a client that you know that you're able to serve very, very well. So it's not really about getting in front of more people, it's about getting in front of the right people. And that's why when you look at marketing these days, it's critical to really pre-qualify and walk your clients through a process. So by the time they get to you, especially if they're online or social media, whatever funnel that you're putting them into, that they're pre-vetted. And by the time they get to you, and many times you might have already handled the objections that they might bring up. You might have handled price issues. A lot of it could already be answered for them, and they're in that state of ready to buy by the time they get to you. So the better you can pre-qualify up front, even before they turn into a lead, is a great, great thing. And it isn't just about more numbers. You can always generate more leads, but if they're not qualified leads that will yield the right type of revenue that you're looking for, the right type of merchants that you're looking for, it's just wasted money. So once again, be clear about your avatar, be clear about the type of customers you want to work with, what their MCC codes are, what industries they're in, how you can best serve them and become an expert in that particular industry. And if you do the qualification the right way, you're going to reduce a lot of those objections or sales resistance that may come up later in the buying cycle. So I like to use the word buying cycle, not selling cycle. So we want to really kind of deal with that stuff ahead of time if possible, and move them through pretty rapidly if they're the right fit for us. And it's always nice to get micro commitments along the way, little commitments from them to do this, do that, be available for a call here, respond in this way. So you can kind of get them prepped up and get them ready that they're starting to take action and taking baby steps, moving in the right direction for you. We're really looking for alignment, agreement, and commitment. So when we're qualifying them, is there alignment here? Am I the right person to help you? Are you the right person that I want to do business with? Is there an alignment here that, hey, I might have a solution that can alleviate that pain that you're experiencing? And then we can come to an agreement about how we want to move forward, right? So the agreement is a demo, a meeting, a face to face, a next step, whatever that agreement is in this relationship. And then we're going to ask for a commitment from each other. I'm going to be your vendor, your provider, your processor, and you're going to be my customer. And that comes with commitments on both sides of it, right? So alignment, agreement, commitment is really, really what you're looking for. And then I'm always looking for the highest and best, right? When I'm dealing with someone, I get a lot of calls, a lot of opportunities, a lot of people are trying to reach out and communicate with me, and it's difficult because I really do want to talk to all of them, but I just can't carve out the time to do it, and it's just not the best return on my time to interact with every single person that reaches out. You wouldn't imagine how many people want free consulting and free this and free that and want to take your time, but really don't have anything else that they're willing to help you with or help you move or your highest and your best interest in mind as well. So it's got to be agreeable. There's got to be some alignment, and there's got to be some benefit in most cases for both of you. And when I'm thinking about these interactions, I'm thinking about, when I'm going to have a call or a meeting, what's the best outcome of this potential interaction, right? What am I trying to achieve? How can I serve them in the best way? What is the best outcome I can produce? If it's a client, what's the best outcome I can produce for them? If it's a partner, what's the best outcome that I can produce for that partner? And then also, what's my return on my time of this interaction, right? Am I going to benefit in some way from this interaction as well? And it doesn't mean that I'm always looking to benefit from every single person I speak to, but when you're in sales mode, you are looking to make money, right? We're looking to create revenue, and we're looking to solve problems, but we're also looking to create that residual income stream for ourselves. So you need to think through this before every call. I'll typically sit down and see what's the best use of my time during this interaction. And then once you get through that phase, there's always a great line I like to use. Would you like a second opinion, right? And when you're running them through that qualification process, or they're talking to you, hey, how would you like a second opinion on your processing fees? And that seems to work pretty well with a lot of people. Second opinion marketing tends to work really, really well. And I've had great experience with it in the past. So I've got some great qualification questions and things in the book that you can refer to. The 3 magic questions, you might want to look those up. I'm not going to tell you what they are, but you really want to figure out with that client what they're trying to accomplish, what they're trying to achieve, uncover the pain, right? And then you want to certainly, with your solutions, alleviate that pain. And then everybody's in a state of alignment, agreement, and commitment. So I hope this helped you. I would just ask you to review your qualifying process, review how you handle those different types of merchants, the hot, warm, and cold. And if you don't have a process for each one, start to put one together, start to develop a process so you can automatically drop those people into your marketing engine. You can automatically follow up, and then you can have technology doing a lot of the work, and you can spend the majority of your time on that first layer, those hot buyers and those hot prospects. So hope you have a great week. We'll talk to you in a couple weeks. We will talk about the next phase of the sales cycle. We'll talk about commitment and getting them to move forward. So I will see you guys then.